So today we're out here with Daniel Eastburn, the architect from Design Barbarian Architects, who designed this beautiful cinder cone project, the Adams residence. And we just want to talk through some of the process and how Daniel met the met the owners and the time frame that has elapsed from the day you first met them and kind of the drawing that they gave you to start with and how things have evolved to where we're at today. So,
all right. I met Frank through Rick Burkhart, who I designed a house for a few years before in this subdivision. It's a beautiful subdivision, 5-acre lots, very dramatic topography, boulders everywhere. It's just a super dynamic lot. So I met Frank through Rick, and so we got together and we walked the lot and tried to figure out where we wanted to put the house. This was the drawing he gave me. And we followed this plan exactly the way he wanted to. It's, everything is exactly where he wanted it, but that's where...
Yeah, a lot of the energy efficiency and high performance aspect of a new custom home that's in today's market as far as high performance homes go. So a lot of the Energy Star stuff came into play. We did get involved a little bit late in the process than we would normally like to, but that was more of just the way things, I guess, figured out time frame wise at the end. So a couple questions for you, I guess. How did you guys figure out the finished floor elevations of the two buildings?
Well, again, it was based on the topography and the way it fell from the east side to the west side, because it fell off very dramatically to the west. So we found what we considered to be a happy medium, because we did know we were going to do a walkout basement down below on the west side. So knowing that we were going to dig out and do some retaining walls, we set up the finished floor based on that. And it worked fairly well as far as from east to west. It was a little more challenging bringing the road up and the circle drive, as we have the swimming pool on the south side, and it's sort of in front of everything. So that was a challenge too, trying to work that out. But that's how we kind of came up with that.
Yeah. City lights and everything else.
Yeah, the views are just spectacular from up here. And it's a little higher up on the lot than down where the original envelope is. The other thing is we have nothing but preserve to the north of us. So it's totally pristine, untouched. It's going to be beautiful once it's all said and done. And one of the things that's really exciting is we have is it Steadfast that did the rockery walls? Yeah, Steadfast did a great job on these rockery walls. They're all natural, and the guys just did a real artisan job of putting the walls together, and you'll see that eventually with the drone pictures in the pictures. So that's really helped the setting of everything.
Yeah, it's really taken, I don't know how many lineal feet of wall, but we had well over $350,000 in masonry retaining walls. And we knew at some point that all that masonry and stucco was going to be, less natural looking. So once we started the excavation and started just digging up boulders after boulder, it just seemed to make sense to bring in true craftsmen to build these walls. Like Daniel said, that's an artisan type of a craftsmanship that you don't see much anymore. And as you look at the pictures and things like that, it's just so much more natural looking than stucco. Yeah. So in my opinion, it dramatically changed the site.
It's been a challenge. It's an exceptional lot, and it's going to be, I think, an exceptional house once it's all done. It's been fun.
Yeah. It's
been challenging, as always, but we get together, put our heads together, work out the problems. There's always something that, you don't see ahead of time. So you just try to keep a good rapport, good connection going, and make sure that everything's handled. The main thing is that the owner's happy, and that we have a great project that they're proud of.
Yeah, it's so crucial, the relationship, behind the scenes with the architect and the interior designer, and being able to piece that stuff together. It's a constantly evolving piece. It's something that has to be looked at daily. I mean, we probably talk every day or text or whatever it is in some way, shape, or form. And it's going to be like that until we get to drywall probably, and then it's going to be more of interior designer at that point. But I can't overstress enough to think for you can't just pull a set of plans out and think it's going to go perfect and things are all going to be perfect and go together perfect. It's just something that is a daily thing that we have to look at and, okay, we've uncovered this issue. How are we going to resolve it? You know, it's the old, you know, don't just provide me with a problem, but provide a couple of solutions. So we try to do that with our subcontractors and our tradespeople, and then so that Daniel and I can work these things out behind the scenes. It's definitely challenging.
And initially, the designer was involved, Katie was involved, and with the owners, Mike and I, and so we were constantly, everybody knows what each other was doing, which helps a lot for the long run. And you just got to, you know, keep the lines of communication open, and, you know, there's going to be problems and there's going to be solutions. So you just make it happen.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, I think you know, as we transition into the main house, we'll kind of go through and just shoot a couple more videos and you know, see the pool starting to develop and the circular drive and really seeing the main part of the house go vertical. So thanks for joining us. Click the like button down below and we'll look forward to continuing this journey on this beautiful home on Cinder Cone. Thank you.